Welcome to Ginny's, where East meets West, and a slice of Eastern philosophy becomes a part of Western thinking. I'm your host, Ginny Gong. My first guest received her own skincare product as a gift from her husband, and from that emerged a successful family business focusing on a full line of natural skincare products. She is a successful entrepreneur in the beauty and fashion industry with training from Fashion Institute of Technology in New York and in Hong Kong. Join me in welcoming the co-founder and president of Mayland Skincare, Winnie Chan. Welcome, Winnie.
Thank you.
Well, I have to say, most wives get jewelry, flowers, some don't get anything, and you get a particular product that's created just for you from your husband. Tell us about that. And was this a special occasion?
No, actually, many years ago, I started to notice I'm aging. So I decided to take care of myself. So I went out to buy some expensive skincare product on the market. Want them to fix my problems. But unfortunately, didn't do anything, and they even caused the reaction. So I just, Henry had decades of experience doing the over-the-counter R&D. So I challenged him to use his talent to create something special for me. Actually, I forgot. I asked him at the conversation.
Right, because we asked for so much, right?
Yeah, I just don't remember. So one day he came home and gave me a jar of cream. So I tried it and had no reaction. So I continued to use it. Didn't notice any difference until friends complimenting how firm and how healthy my skin looked. So they wanted to try. So they encouraged me to have a company and had the product we can sell so they can buy. So that's how it started.
Wow, so you get a gift and it's not even an occasion. No. Boy, good for you.
Thank you.
And as you mentioned, your husband is not just any old husband. He's a scientist working for a pharmaceutical company for many years. And you mentioned about a lot of the things that he's done. Certainly one of the products is Orajel, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's something many people know about, and he is credited with developing that. So that's quite an accomplishment. What does the name Mayland mean?
Mayland in Chinese means natural beauty.
And we have that?
Yeah.
If we did, we wouldn't need all these products, right?
Our company philosophy, we try to bring the natural beauty instead of, something like a certain thing can make you young for a period of time, and then you discover they're no good for you. So we try to have that, to bring the natural beauty to encourage women to do that.
So it's more of enhancing.
Yes.
It's bringing out rather than, sort of creating, right?
Yes.
So maybe there's the assumption that everybody has that.
Yes, I think every person have the beauty within them. Just different skin, different environment cause the skin, the way they react. So our philosophy really thinks everybody is beautiful. So we just want them to use the natural product can help them to bring more beauty of themselves.
So what are some of the natural ingredients that are in your products? I mean, you focus on natural.
That would be Henry's department. Okay, I will not know.
I know you use a lot of honey.
He focused on the very high-end, premium, and natural ingredients. That's what he focused on.
I read somewhere where somebody described your product as good enough to drink, and I guess that comes from, right?
Yes, because Alan, my oldest son, used to correct the English for us, for all the writing. So he was in college, so we needed to finalize the description for the toner. So I asked my friend, who is a school teacher, to help me. And she came back and told me her husband, who is a chemist, and he told her, when he looked at the ingredients, and he told her the ingredients so natural, it's good enough to drink.
Right.
So that's
but
why.
I don't know about toner. I mean, I don't know if you're going to catch me drinking toner. That's quite a compliment.
Yeah.
So how long have you been using the product?
I have been using almost 20 years.
Uh-huh. And what do you notice most, when you're using this product? Or what have people said to you that have used it?
20 years ago, when I started to use the product, I saw, develop the pocket under my eyes and all these things, and of course the lines start to appear. So, and I use it because that's what they I see myself, I don't have that much of wrinkles, on me, and then the pocket is not that big now. So I think that's the improvement.
I think I need to use the product. Now, the product, is it for all skin types?
Yes. Our product is not only for all skin types. There's no age limit. Our customer
all racial types?
Yes.
Because there's different variations in skin.
Yes. We are good for black, white, and yellow, whatever you name it, they all tryouts. And our customer, they are as young as 14 years old. And but a lot of times, my customer and my friend will ask me, how long I have to use your product to turn this 50 years old skin to be 18. But I told them, our product, we don't claim anything. We just, our product just like nutrition for the skin. And then just like rice and bread nurture our daily life.
Right, right.
So.
Now what about men? Men are caring about what they look like these days.
Yes, men are using our product as well, and they love it. And of course, they would like to have a line of their own. And this project is on the pipeline.
Oh, for
the
a men's line.
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
But they're using this product now. Yes, yeah.
And now, in terms of your skincare line, what other items are part of the Mayland, skincare?
Right now we have 6 items: daily moisturizer with SPF 30.
Do they all have SPF?
No, only the daily moisturizer with SPF, and Silk and Honey overnight eye cream, toner, and cleanser.
Okay. Now toners are sometimes pretty harsh, on the skin.
So our toner, that's what my friend's
That's the one
husband
that I
said.
can drink,
you can
right?
drink, yes.
Okay, I'm going to think about that one.
Yes, okay.
Now, you grew up in Hong Kong, and then you came to the States, and so you were involved in some areas of beauty and fashion design. So how does someone who comes from another country, whose language may be somewhat limited, how do you break into an industry like that?
It's not easy to get into a field you're unfamiliar and no support at all.
Right, right.
But I never focus on the circumstances and difficulties. I only focus the goal. I had a degree of sociology, and I love art and music, and very creative.
And where did you get that degree from?
Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong,
yes,
okay.
In Hong Kong. So my major professor, think I have an industrial mind. So he think I should pursue my fashion design. So he planned it I should study 2 years in the United States and Paris 1 year and go back Hong Kong to create a one-stop full service for women. And when a woman walk in to have her hair done, she can have to do all spa, buying, cosmetic, and accessories, shoes, clothing, even jewelries. So
That's a good business plan,
That
actually.
was 45 years ago. He had a plan for me. That's how I got into the fashion industry. But unfortunately, after getting married, raising children, those plans
It's
are
those
history.
kids, right? They can destroy anything.
They're all history now, yes.
Yeah. Well, we all have to decide on our priorities,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But it's still a good business plan, I think. I want to talk a little bit about, Asian Americans are always told that we look so much younger than our chronological ages. I mean, whenever I tell people that I am, a certain age, they are like shocked. Why do you think that is so? Because I always think Asian Americans have very dry skin.
That's what they said, but it's not true.
Oh, we don't have dry skin.
No.
Only I have dry skin.
No. That, as they said, we're young. We look young. But it's not at the age. That's not true because Asian woman doesn't like to stay under the sun. That helps, but Asian woman is very conscious about their skin nowadays. We can look at the generation before us. The woman look so old when they're in the 30s and 40s. And you know the Chinese saying, woman 30 is over the hill. So it's not true, But I think today, younger women, they really care for their skin. And then their skin do feel very dry. So because we have sensitive and delicate skin, so the skin easy to get dry.
Right.
So we do need a product mild and gentle, maintain to keep the moisture. And then that's what, regardless the age.
And people are spending money on making themselves look good.
Yes.
Well, they're very Americanized.
Yes, they are.
Well, thank you, Winnie, for sharing your personal story with us. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back and speak to your son, who is sort of the mastermind behind the business aspect of it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite. Unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the first little thing, helps to change a life. Book people unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darts there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
Nice.
Yes, go! Yes!
No.
Oops. Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy.
Works every time.
Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
Welcome back to Ginny's, where East meets West. My next guest is Maylan Skincare's Chief Operating Officer and the eldest son of the founders of the company. He is an attorney who made the decision to join the family business and is an integral part of its success. A warm welcome to Alan Chan. Welcome, Alan.
Hi.
Now, you're the Chief Operating Officer. Your brother is the Chief Financial Officer.
That's right.
So it truly is a family business. But before you went into this, you're actually an attorney by training, right?
I am, yes.
Yeah, so how did you happen to get into that? Was that what you wanted to do?
Actually, no. Even before that, I was a biology pre-med person. My plans were to get enter into the medical field.
Right, typical, right?
Yeah, and it was. And I made the dramatic decision, I guess, at the time. It felt that way to go into the law.
And so in terms of your law experience, you actually worked in a firm and you got that kind of experience.
I did, yeah. I worked in Manhattan in the law firm for a while, and then actually in in-house counsel too, so for a company. So I learned a lot about business that way.
Wow, that was good then. That helped.
Yeah, yeah.
So how is it that you then made this decision to join the family business? Was it an easy decision? Was it natural? Or did it come with a lot of, thinking?
Well, anytime you have family type decisions, it always has a lot of angst that comes with it,
Right, you always have that guilt feeling.
Always.
Right?
But, my brother and I had gone through many years of schooling and had some experience in the workforce by that time. And, we just were reaching the age where we didn't want to have regrets. And, my parents had this great company and great story. And we said, hey, let's take what, the gift that our parents gave us in the training and experience, and let's see if we can apply that and make this successful.
Uh-huh. And, did you feel that, the fact that they were immigrant or that they needed their children to be there to provide this sort of next transition?
Sure, yeah. My parents, my mom especially, is very entrepreneurial in her mind, and ever since we were young, she was always out and doing the creative things and always being a vanguard in a sense. And but we thought that we had Western training, we had Western experience, we were very professional. We worked in very large companies, understood especially Western thinking, Western approach to things.
Which is important.
Exactly.
Right.
So we could kind of mature what was a mom and pop company
Sure.
into a more mature company.
Let's talk a little bit about that, the mom and pop company. Most mom and pop companies, they don't start with strategic business plans and things like that. Was this company different? Any different?
Yeah, no, it wasn't, in the sense that, you heard that my mom started this company basically because friends asked her to.
Yeah,
they wanted to know how
There's no business plan.
No, but it actually didn't mature until my brother was actually in business school, and he took this as a project in his entrepreneurial class, and through that we actually created a business plan. We rebranded, we new logos, everything changed after that.
Mm-hmm. We just spoke with your mom, and she shared with us about how the company started, but now you are functioning as the person in charge of operations.
Right.
What are your responsibilities in that regard? And do you have a large staff?
No.
Are there a lot of chiefs, a lot of Indians?
No, I mean, in a small entrepreneurial type of environment, you do a little bit of everything, and I do a little bit of everything. I do a lot of marketing, branding, so making sure that things run smoothly and making sure we're prepared so that when opportunities come, we're ready.
Right. And in terms of Asian American, you've got the education. How are you reaching out? How are you out? Are you reaching out to mainstream? Are you reaching out to Asian Americans? What's your target audience?
Yeah, we get asked that question a lot, and we try not to limit ourselves, because we do believe that a good business plan, a good business says identify your target and then make sure you hit it. Mm-hmm. We unfortunately don't have the luxury of just throwing a lot of resources behind one target, because if you miss, you're done.
Yeah, right.
So, we basically think that we try to market to everybody, we try to be open to everybody, but yet conscious of, our price point and, who is our customer. So.
Right. So what is it like working so closely with family on a day-to-day basis?
It can be tough. You can imagine that all your family dysfunctions are the same dysfunctions in your company, But I got to say it's a blessing too, because, through this process, we've grown as a family also. And you're forced to work through those dysfunctions, whereas a lot of families might just not talk to each other for many years.
True. So where's the respect for elders fit in?
I'm sure my parents will tell you it's gone, but, we respect our elders very much. We value their opinions. But, definitely, us being, my brother and I being in the marketplace, there is a interesting, give and take.
Right. But at the end of the day, it's a business decision.
Yes.
And you have to take a look at what's in the best interest of the bottom line, right?
Absolutely. And also it's the future of the company, because we're trying to build something that lasts beyond us even.
Right.
And you can't do that if you're just thinking about, am I honoring just what my father and mother wants in this moment for this point.
Right. And are they understanding of that?
I think so. I think that again, our dysfunctions. We fought enough that we have a good working relationship now.
I'm only kidding, because you're right. I mean, I could see that those would be the challenges. My mom's always telling me to come back and live with her at home. I'm like, I can't do that.
Right.
All of that would come out.
Right.
Well, when you you're working with your family. Do you have a board of directors, or basically are you the board?
Yeah, we're the board too. I think we're not at the point where we have a full board. I have a set of advisors that I have, that I created, and just basically through our connections, we constantly have resources that we draw upon. But right now, the decisions are just made between us, and we have some other people that are involved with the company too, but mainly it's the four of us.
So in terms of marketing, is it marketing on the web? Is it online? Is it how are you outreaching?
Well, one of the nice things in this day and age with a small company that is not just has venture capital's backing and all that stuff is that with the internet you can get out there much more easily. So we started on the web, social media and stuff like that. We have opportunities like meeting you and on print media and such. But you grow it slowly, and we're trying to do it sustainably, and that's the only way we can.
Yeah, right. Now, I know that the company actually went through a relaunch, I guess a few years ago, and a renaming. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. The brand was actually called Winifred, which was
Winifred.
Yes, my mother's name is Winnie, so Winifred. And my brother actually took the project into his business school class, and the first question was, I understand who Winnie is from Winnie, who's Fred? And that's when they knew they had to rename the company.
And you never found out who Fred is?
No.
Well, we'll just leave that
That's
for
right.
another day. Okay. And so you had a relaunch, and what made you choose this name?
Well, we wanted.
And were you part of that?
I actually was not. I mean, I was only on the side, but we wanted something that both honored, again, the West and the East, something that honored the translations of the Chinese, influence, but also, of course, had a nice ring to it in English. So natural beauty, that's what we came up with.
Right. So from the operational end, what ingredients are in the product, and is this not a very competitive field?
It's tremendously competitive,
Right.
and in fact, if we were to start a company, my brother and I, we would not choose skincare because it is so saturated, but it is what we have, but we believe in the product. We believe it's a great product, and the one thing we tell people when they ask us about ingredients is, my dad made this for my mom. You're not going to put bad ingredients in something that you're going to make for your wife to use for her personal use, So, he chose, the best training that he had from Western schooling and some of the Eastern philosophy, and basically having long-term sustainable healthy ingredients that will benefit your skin versus quick fixes, and that's what we put in our products.
So in terms of marketing, your focus is on more the natural end?
It is, yes. And in fact, what we try to tell people that ask us about our products is, today the consumer is a lot more savvy about wanting things that are more natural. There's been too many chemicals in our environment and what we eat and what we put on ourselves. So they want natural, they want organic. So, we have a product that's a little more natural, but one of the shortcomings of the natural organic market is they're not sophisticated like some of the big branded, in our case, creams are. So my father, coming out of all the training he's had in the big companies, he's able to apply some of the philosophies of a more natural ingredient base, but with the sophistication of his formulation, that's something stable, you don't need to mix it, it doesn't separate, has shelf life, etc.
A long shelf life?
Yeah, I think our shelf life is about 3 years, and also something that, that the consumer that's used to buying big branded products are used to a particular experience when they use products. We can replicate that experience, yet give them the natural aspect to it instead of the harsher chemicals that they may find.
Well, does it come in I know sometimes when I buy products, there's this one is greasier than this one, and then this one is really for greasy. Do you have that variation, or is it pretty much one straight line?
It's one straight line, and you can't be everything to everybody.
Sure.
So one of the hallmarks of our products is it absorbs very quickly. Now, for some people that have extremely dry skin and live in Alaska, that might not be good enough for them because they need something heavy.
Right.
But then we hear that some people are living in Houston, Texas, and have very oily skin. They want something even thinner. So we have a night cream that can be used both day and night, and a day cream that's a lot lighter. But what we like to do is say that we have a product that is a simple regimen. You don't need to buy 15 things and take 30 minutes of your morning to do your applications.
Right. Now, are you targeting a more affluent population? Are you targeting the everyday woman or man? Where does the cost range?
Yeah, we are a premium price product, but we like to be at least on the lower end of the premium price,
Okay.
Because, we've been told that our products, could be marketed. In fact, talking to some other business people said, in the hundreds of dollars range. We think that's the quality that we're producing, but we want to make it relatively affordable for the every woman.
Right, right. Well, Alan, I wish you and Malin Skincare a lot of luck as you move forward. Take care of the family. That always has come first.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
That concludes today's program. Thanks to my guests, Winnie and Alan Chan, for sharing aspects of their successful family-owned business with us. Thanks to all of you for joining us. Stay well, and we'll see you next time.